The dangers of dating a mama's boy. Hello and welcome to Chengi's World. I am Chengi and you, my precious one, are my world. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment, because here, ladies, is where I teach you how to present as a high value, high status, high worth woman that men find completely irresistible. Now, let's get busy with this conversation, okay? Because this is something that I am so passionate about. The dangers of dating a mama's boy. Now, what we have to first understand is I'm gonna do another video, and that video is going to be the signs, how to identify when you are dealing with a mama's boy, because it's not always evident in the beginning. It's something that materializes or shows itself up a little bit later, or in more, I call them covert mama's boys. Okay, you got the overt ones, then you've got the covert ones, and we're going to talk about that in a different video. But what I want to do in this video is explore the subject matter of a mama's boy. How are they created, and why is it so dangerous to engage in one, and why will you absolutely 100% never win with a mama's boy unless Jesus comes down and does a personal miracle on that boy, on that man, or unless something profound happens in his life. It will be very difficult for you to date a mama's boy successfully, or even be in a marriage with a mama's boy. And if you are, it's going to be a very difficult, very painful, very horrible experience for you as a wife or somebody in that relationship. So let's talk about how a mama's boy comes to pass. Usually mama's boys are a result of being mothered by a single mom. And not all single moms create mama's boys, but certainly either narcissistic single moms that create a situation where the son constantly either has to prove himself, depending on what may have happened, the origins, maybe what would have happened with the father before the son was born, or the result of that. But the son feels this need to make up for to please mom, and she has built a psychology around him that is you are my man, you are the father, you are the lead. Now, sometimes a lot of women find themselves creating this scenario without actually being conscious that they're doing it. They find themselves creating a mama's boy scenario with their sons with zero awareness that that's exactly what's going on, because there's a natural vacuum in her life. There's the natural vacuum of a man. And this is why I always say to you ladies, whilst it might seem noble to be single for the sake of your children, if you don't actually put a masculine energy, male man in your life, then what will happen is either your daughter will rise up and become very high masculine energy in order to support you, or your son becomes your pseudo husband partner. And when that happens, you won't realize that this is going on, but you will naturally program him to be the man that never lets you down, okay? Because all the other men have let you down. And so with mama's boys, usually these are women that decided not to date, not to have a relationship, and without them knowing it, they have turned their sons into mama's boys. Whether it's one son or all their sons have become a husband. And this happens a lot, and I've seen this a lot in my family, beyond my family. Certainly I know, coming from Africa, from an African context for sure, mothers really do put their sons in the husband role quite profoundly. I for one know my mom couldn't in the past make a decision without either conferring with my brother, or making that decision with my brother. A man, and the role of the man is so highly esteemed, and I believe that especially in African context, and I'm sure in other cultures, the role of mother is highly esteemed above the role of wife, which we know is not accurate and not scripturally accurate. And so there are cultures and pockets all over the world where there's no shame in putting your mom first, best interest first. Now, either that, a single mom, or a son of a mother who's husband was either not present, or a very, very feminine energy husband, didn't have, that strong masculine energy. And so the mom then leans on the son to give her that masculine energy. And so this is how this dynamic is created. It's very, very strong psychological bond. It's extremely powerful, and to be honest with you, it is not a bond that can easily be broken. And it is foolhardy for a woman to walk into it thinking, I can change this, I can be the number one woman in his life. And I'm sure there are conversations you can have, but this is a very, very, very strong psychological bond. It's like a thread, it's like the umbilical cord hasn't really been cut off, and he feeds off the energy of his mother. She is the number one woman. Now, when we're talking about mama's boy, we're not talking about men that generally have a respect for their moms and care for their moms and really appreciate all that their moms have done, because these are the men that we want. Because if they love and appreciate their mothers, then we know that they are capable of showing a woman love. But I'm talking about a situation where the man is literally having a relationship with his mother, and the only difference is that it is non-sexual. So he would defer to her for any life decisions. If he's having a bad day, then he calls mom. If things are not quite going right in his life, he calls mom. Even though you are in a relationship with him, he will call mom. If you have a fight, he will go to mom. If you want to go to Spain, he will go to mom. And when mom says it's okay, Spain is okay, then you can go to Spain. So everything that he does, he defers to what I call his first wife, or AKA the high priestess. And the reason I call the mama's boy's mother the high priestess is because she presides over his relationships. Okay, she's the guru and the final call on his relationships, on his decision making. The mama's boy will make a decision with you. You will decide what you want to do, and that is always and absolutely subject to change. Now, here's why it is dangerous. The mama's boy will never ever be okay with another woman coming into his life. You need to understand this. She has already built an altar upon which she must be worshipped in her son's heart. Now, if she allows another woman to come into his life, not only is she depleted of her resources, she can no longer call on him, and she's no longer needed in the way that she was needed before. And so she feels dethroned. So she will, and I guarantee you ladies, she will launch a campaign against you. She will literally launch a very systematic campaign. And guess what? She's gonna win because she just knows him way better than you, okay? This woman has been in his life for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. She bred him. Like, if I decide to raise my son and be that mama for my son, trust me, there's no woman that can know my son better than I know my son. I cleaned his diapers, I fed him, I've raised him. So no pretty girl can come out here in these streets and try and, I know how to work him over. So you will never win, because there's a foundation of trust. There is a history. There shed tears. There is way too much in the mother-son bond that if that man did not healthily detach from his mom, and if she did not healthily release him into his manhood, you're gonna find that it is extremely difficult for you to break that bond. I don't care how beautiful you are. Your role is the mistress to the first wife. So your job, if she allows you to stay, and sometimes they will allow you to stay because they understand that their sons need to get laid, okay, and they're not willing or able, and I'm sure in some situations are willing and able to also provide that sexual stimulation. But they're happy for him to get a lay, and then when he's got it out of his system, then we go back. And once she has decided that she does not like you, because guess what, she's not gonna like you. Now, if a mama's boy if he does decide, I don't care, mom, I love her, I'm gonna marry her, and we're gonna make it together, she will create hell in that marriage. She will, when he's not there, she will create hell for her. She will create dynamics in that relationship. She will put a wedge between the two of you. It's horrific. I mean, I feel sorry for women that are married right now to mama's boys who have to live with their mothers-in-law because the mother-in-law wants to be there. She doesn't have to be, but she will move in for an inordinate amount of time. It's a very, very toxic and very difficult relationship to be with. He would rather spend time with mom. He would rather, so you are always the one who comes and gets the final result. So conversations happen with mom, and then he comes home and tells you what's going to happen. The conversations that would have happened in the home, whether it's financial or whatever, he has those with mom. And so, even if you're having a wonderful day and you're enjoying, a day off, he's going to want to spend that day with mom. So, these kind of scenarios are, you will always compete for his attention. There will always be another woman, and she will always drive a wedge. She will always be jealous of you because you are younger, more capable. And so and God forbid, if she does like you, God forbid she decides that you are the woman that she likes. And to be honest, in my experience and observation, very, very rarely do mamas actually ever really like the woman. I have a cousin whose mom is matriarch and really married her sons, and he's married to the most beautiful, amazing lady. Long story short is, she will kowtow, she will go on 1,000 knees, have a million babies. No matter what she does, the mother will never ever like her. And God forbid that she does like you. She will like you for the reason that if a mama's boy's mama likes you, and he will always, we'll talk about the signs of how you are with, to tell if you're with a mama's boy, because sometimes it's not always obvious in the beginning. Sometimes it's blatantly obvious, sometimes it's a bit covert. But one of the thing is, if she does like you, which is rare, but let's say for instance she does like you, she likes you because she can see how she can maneuver you, and she sees how she can weave her way and still be a third party. She likes and so it's a very, very, very difficult thing. And I know that you're probably thinking, Chengi, so what do? I feel I'm in a relationship with a mama's boy, and I'm now entangled, and I am now emotionally invested in this relationship. What do I do? To be honest with you, I think that you need to go for couples counseling, and this is something that needs to come out at the gate. Now, you can go for counseling, but depending on whether you're dealing with an overt or covert mama's boy, you can bring it out, but it won't change the dynamic. My advice to you, if you're dating a mama's boy and you need help to get out of that, then I would contact myself or Coach Shani, and I'm going to leave the description link below. It's all in the shop. All you have to do is go under coaches and book Coach Shani or myself, and then we can help work through the process. But my number one advice is run. Okay, so I look forward to seeing you on my next video. For those of you who would like to make sure that you get the tools, I have just recently released the audio version of Manifest Your Man, 200 affirmations that every high value woman, 200 affirmations for the high value woman to manifest your man. And I have done them with my own voice, and you can, this beautiful music that has been put to it, so it's soothing. You can do it while you do your makeup. You can do while you're running, while you're taking your daily walk. You can just say out loud the affirmations after me, and I promise you that you will become a high value man absolute magnet. So you can visit the shop, and under digital products you will find those affirmations. You can buy them individually, or you can buy all 6 of them, or I believe 7 of them in one go. So I look forward to seeing you on my next video. In the meantime, take care of you. Love you lots. Bye bye now.